Okay, here we are again. The ancient one. In downtown Winder. I'm getting out of Winder. I'm on the road again. I've been everywhere. Well, don't ask me to sing, but I like the road. I'm in my little cabin, my capsule here. Nobody can call me because I'm on the phone here with my camera. And nobody can come up and say, Mr. Cunningham, I got a problem here with my putting. I like that, but I don't like to be doing a video when that happens. So I'm just thinking, this is my favorite time of the year. Masters practice round starts today. I used to go every year, and now I watch on television. But we got azaleas growing, daffodils, the grasses are growing, and it's rejuvenation time. Easter is coming, April 21st, which is my wife's birthday, and it only happens so many years as a coincidence, but I was sure happy that she was birthed and I found her and kept her for 62 years. So rejuvenation time. Of course, what's the reason for the season? Not being political or religiosity. There is a very strong reason why we have Easter and Christmas. So just keep that in perspective. But I'm just thankful, I'm blessed. I'm too blessed to be stressed. Actually, no worries, mate. Don't sweat the small things. Except, of course, if it's golf, then we want to get really serious about it. No, it's a game. So making the game easier. Wow, channel lock simplifies things. I played yesterday. I had a lesson at 1:30 with a young fella, Nate, school golfer. He missed a lesson spring break, so we decided to make it up yesterday. I don't generally teach on Sunday, but 1:30, and my good buddy, former student from over 7 years ago, I think, Mike Lowe, wanted to play. He was off work, so there I was at the golf course, and what a great day to stay there and put into effect the things I teach. Well, there's about 3 things I'll share with a later video that's really cemented my game, and I say 3 things make the $1 million man, but it's a combination of factors, but these 3 things are major, and you follow the 4 protocols. I mean, and you're in good position to play, but that doesn't automatically make you a great player. You have to put in the atomic particle. I call them nuggets, and I'm continuously finding nuggets. That's what life's all about. We're finding a more efficient way to do things. I don't know if I mentioned in a video, but my wife has a Ford Escape. It's, it's great. You have your key. You just have it on your person. And one thing, you have to have your foot on the brake to start it. And I have that down, but the tail light went out, and it's actually a stoplight. There's a running light and a tail. It's all the same bulb. I didn't know this. Anyway, the bulb cost $6.95. Shop time probably would have been over $30 if I left it. I didn't have time to leave it and then pick it up. So I said, I bet on YouTube I could find out how to do that. I'm not mechanical, but I can follow. I'm on YouTube all the time. So I Googled, and sure enough, there were a number how to change a rear passenger side tail light. Well, it's an assembly. It's not reaching that in the back and pulling off a cover and just popping in a bulb like it used to be. So you take the, of course, lift the hatch. It's a minivan, and you see this area, and there's two round discs that are rubber that cover these holes. Well, no, they're plastic. They're not flexible. You have to take a sharp tool. I took a dental pick and popped those. Well, then there are two bolts in there to secure the unit, that left side. They're not Phillips head. I had to go get my socket set, and they told you what size metric. I don't know. I just experimented. I found one that worked, so took it out. Oh, that wasn't bad. Then one of them said the trick, because you got to pop that baby out, you got to hit on the housing pretty good, forceful, and all of a sudden it pops out. There it was, laid in my hands. Then I could see the bulb, so I just put it in, put it back together. My wife thought I was a hero. She didn't have to do it without her car half a day, so I felt pretty good about myself too. I'm gonna hire her out. No, I'm just kidding. As a mechanic, not me. My expertise is golf swing, and I've studied it for 50-some years. So my mind is working on it 24/7. So I should know a lot about it. I've still got a lot to learn. I'm continually learning. Well, boils down. My golf is ABC, alignment, balance, and connection, I call it. But we want as simple as ABC. You ever run the straight road, 316, 4-lane. I can just settle back and, this is the life. I like this quiet time with y'all. And just reflecting. Yeah, I'm going to change. I'm going to change my title to IMO. Bill has is MMI, me and my intentions. I love that title. Mine's going to be In My Opinion. Well, it's not set in stone. There are a lot of variations and interpretations, but I think I have a good handle on things in life. I should at my advanced stage. I'll soon be 84. So if I don't get about, boy, I just came in on the tail end of the channel lock. Thank you, JH and Bill. So we're meeting in 4 weeks at Pickwick, Tennessee, having a good time and sharing ideas and teaching and learning. But back to golf here and now in my insights and balance. It's a primary survival skill. A guy came into this shop today. He's a trainer for collie dogs. He's world renowned. He goes around. He's fallen about 3-4 times in the last week. He's laid up. And he's now getting back finally to training. But you know, he's over 6 foot tall. It's like a tripwire. You fall from that height, it exponentially. It's like a building going over. And boy, there was some vultures there feeding on a deer carcass. That's kind of scary. But we don't want vultures flying over you when you're playing golf. That's a sure sign that something is amiss. It doesn't smell good. But where was I? Okay, so falling, balance. We're like standing on 2 Coke bottles in balance. And it's amazing. We're constantly shifting. This is an automatic muscle response. Golf is not that way. We're up there and we're taking a swing and swaying back, sliding forward. What happens in the golf swing? It goes to hell in a hat basket. So you have a little button on your ball cap. So we got to turn, But our head does turn. And then here is a key factor. Once we come to the strike, we got to stay down under and through. You look at all the pros. I call it right here on the pillow. They're coming through. And that keeps you in your posture. And they hold their finish, which is called the gallery pose. They don't do it for the benefit of the gallery, but it gives them a feedback as to their balance. So balance is key. It's key on this car. If one of my tires started vibrating, or if a wheel was out of round, if your mower, the blade was bent, man, you would not be happy. Well, we have a lot of unhappy golfers because of their balance and their center. So Bill talked about keeping your center, and that's what's so great about channel lock, because we have a single axis pivot. That's the trail slide leg. We're not doing a 2-axis pivot, which requires that shift and slide and sway. The body likes the sway. It doesn't like to stay in one place. Slide and sway with semi-K. That's a dance move, I guess. But Jage posted the video of the Oriental lady that bounced the sticks and put them up and finally put a feather on top, and then later removed the feather and the whole thing collapsed. Well, that's a very delicate balance. We don't have that delicate. But I'm thinking of, in olden times, the women were the beasts of burden. They would carry the weight on their head. In East Africa, they still do. And it's said that a woman with good balance could carry 70% of her weight on her head 2 or 3 miles or further. Well, I was going to devise a little ring that would hold the weight, and then I decided, no, that probably wouldn't be my expertise. But I pride myself on good balance. And we have force factors, vectors that are just constantly work, so we have to counterbalance, and that's a whole nother video. But you look at backpacks. A combat backpack weighs probably a minimum of 45 pounds up to 100 pounds. So here's a 200-pound man. He's got it, and he's got to brace him. He's got rounded shoulders, and it destroys the natural curvature of the spine. And there's so many back problems. And then look at these little kids going to school. Every one of them has a backpack. And they may weigh 70 pounds themselves, maybe 50 pounds. And they got a 25-pound backpack on there with their books and lunch and all their electronic, maybe a tablet. And they're all, and you see it, and they're developing back problems. So we're not beasts of burden. If we were, we'd be on all fours, but we're up here in very delicately balanced. So keep that into perspective and have good posture. As we get older, we tend to slump, and golf is good, keeps us upright, balanced, if it's done right. So how to have a nice flowing, balanced, easy peasy golf swing. Channel lock it, friends. All you do is, on that trail side foot, go back. It's a single axis pivot. So it's great if you've got body issues, bad ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, because we're not putting a big strain on it. When we're torquing and getting into all these, no wonder Tiger had 4 back surgeries. No wonder you see all these. Jason Day, and you got Rose, Justin Rose. He was down with the back, and these guys are the fittest guys on the planet. Work out, and still they're doing such a tremendous torquing in their body, and the timing involved. They do it 8-10 hours a day, This old body isn't going to be out there. I don't want it to be out there hardly at all. When I'm out there, I want to hit balls. I hit a decent amount of balls, but I don't overdo it. I play once a week. It'd be better, if I could play every day. I could really hone my skills. But I'm happy. I was 5 over yesterday with one birdie, and actually I had trouble reading the green. The greens are pretty skanky right now. Boy, there's a pickup truck with about 10 fishing poles on the back. Maybe I'll let them. I'm not going to take the camera off and show you, but it's interesting. You drive along. He's probably going down to the Gulf. And yeah, I see. He's got tubes with those poles. Maybe you've seen them sticking up like antennas. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Oh, he's got a ton of. Maybe he's a dealer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are at least 10 sticking up above his. Then he's got a whole bed full of. Oh, that's interesting. But kind of like us golf equipment aficionados, at one time I had 63 putters. I'm down to about 30 now. I have my favorites. I bring them out of the dark now and then. But this arm lock putting has got some interest. Matt Kuchar, and I did a video on using a belly putter, which I bought. In fact, I paid Ed for it this morning, and it has promise. I used it yesterday. Man, extremely straight. I just got to get a little feel for distance. There's two things in putting: distance and direction. So, friends, what do you think is most important, distance or direction? I'll give you a minute to think about that and ask around, compare, and take a vote. So, what was it? Distance or direction is most important in putting. Those that said direction, wrong. Distance. You're not going to miss the hole more than a foot one way or the other if it's straight putt. If it's a big breaker, then boy, distance control better be in, because if you miss it a foot in your distance control, it can drop down and curve right and be 10 feet below the hole. So, and that's why professional putters, we all like an uphill putt. It's going to hold its line and we can be aggressive. Downhill or thriller, you got to have this incredible touch. I work with my students. I ask them to try to stop the ball short of the hole. Boy, that's a test. Doesn't happen very often. And I applaud them if they stops 10 inches short of the hole. And the make percentage is surprisingly low for professional. I've got a chart. I'll have to video that. And so it's, if you're within 20 feet, then there's a good chance you can make a birdie. But beyond that, boy, it's really rare. 10 feet, it really exponentially raises. 5 feet, boy, I'm happy camper with 5 feet. I had one yesterday. No, that was a chip. Chipping up within a couple feet is the next best thing. Then you got kick in. But putting is about 42% of the game, and that's a game within a game. But of course, you're stroking, and it's like pool. You want to accelerate through the ball with a nice direction of the club head, and that's another science that I like to address. I'm a top-level pool player, and there's a lot of analogies there. So, tactile, it said 42% of your nerves are relegated to these guys, so we can be very delicate and very precise. With this elbow, I can't do too much. I could maybe make a circle or not my tactile nerves there. So, training them, they say muscle memory, there's no muscles in memory, but repetition is the mother of all learning. So what we have to do And of course, the father of all learning is boredom. But what we have to do, you have to like to practice. And I fortunately do. If I have the time and the energy and my body will take it. I like to hit balls. I like putting and chipping, and I like to pitch. I mean, there's just something about striking that ball. It satisfies that innate prehistoric feeling but you got to feel that solid feeling. I mean, and the sound is really key too. You can tell when you make a good strike. So I was an amateur boxer. You hear the bone on bone crunch. I mean, I still like to watch it. It's kind of gruesome, but it's my prehistoric DNA, genetics. So we're all disposed to different things. But I'm trying to subdue my animal instincts as much as I can. So now my whole direction now is golf. That's what I love. That's my passion. That's my focus. And as Tony Robbins says, where your focus is, that's where your energy goes. So this is great. I've got an outlet for my later years, and I say the best is yet ahead of me. And I'm hitting the ball better than ever. Not as far, but boy, it's satisfying when the ball goes in the direction where you want it. You're realistic, and that's the other thing. Where I used to hit a pitching wedge 155, now it's a 5-iron. Where I used to hit a 8-iron. Now, I used to hit a pitching wedge 125. Now, I hit an 8-iron and my pitching wedge goes 100 yards. And I was able to hit a lob wedge at one time. I remember it was a great big Bertha 60-degree lob wedge. I could hit it 100 yards with a really strong full swing. Now, not so much. 60 yards is my lob wedge. But I'm consistent. I know this, so I don't say, I think if I really gut it out, I can get there. Well, actually, I was giving a lesson. I used a lob wedge. I was field testing for the first time. First time I ever hit it, and I hit it 60 yards. It was uphill, a little bit of wind. I had to really go after it. You're not supposed to. But it was a full swing, and I really got great release, and it went in the hole. So Steve Moore, he can attest to that. We talk about that, but that was more fun than my hole-in-one because it wasn't teed up. I had to take into account it was uphill, and there was some wind. And man, I could see every bit of it 60 yards away. It landed about 8 feet in front of the hole, and it ran up there like a putt. And I thought I could see half the ball. I thought maybe it's just leaning against the flag. Sometimes the flags the wind will push it forward. Well, it was leaning against the flag. But that wind was whipping a little bit. And before we walked up there, it dropped. So that was a thrill, and it was great to show what you say. I tell my students, do what I say, don't do as I do. But I try to do. But it's just fun, and now I'm on the home course here. Pretty soon get in to my destination. So this is the ancient one. Signing off. I got to really pay attention here. A lot of traffic now. So love y'all. Take care. Keep locking. And watch the Masters. Cheers.